They must understand that we just don't love our country. We are fanatical about Biafra. We will do everything humanly possible to ensure that Biafra comes. It is either the flag of Biafra is raised up or I am lowered into the grave. One of the two must happen. It is better for this heaven and this earth not to exist than for Biafra not to come to pass. We dedicate it into the hands of Chukwu Abiyama, the creator of the heavens and the earth, because only him decreed that we should exist as a race, and only him has the say to decide and to determine if we are to survive or not. We don't rest our hopes in any man. We don't believe that any country can do anything.
Welcome to the Truth of the Matter edition on this platform of Biafra Television London. On this day, we are discussing on a topic which is Biafra agitation is not for political ambition in Nigeria. Here today, on this interactive session, eminent Biafrans have gathered once again today to look at this issue and to educate our people, the Biafrans and the friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world, to know that Biafra restoration movement is specifically to restore the freedom of the indigenous people of Biafra, which was robbed of us by the British when they invaded our land and amalgamated us together with the people who have different and divergent value system like ours. And today, we are going to look at it and tell our people to be careful, because there are some criminals who have emerged and have gone to the public to speculate that they have ambition of restoring Biafra through the ballot box. That is, trying to cajole our people to believing that Biafra restoration process is solely for making money and for political participation in Nigeria. Today, I have eminent Biafrans here. They are going to look at it. I come to you, Mazi Ikechukwu Nworisa. There have been news going on that some people have floated some political parties and they tried to formulate their party manifesto to accommodate self-determination or referendum, which they think that is not in other political parties that is in Nigeria, with the main motive and intention to lure our people in believing that through political parties participation they can realize Biafra restoration. So I ask you, what do you see in all this? Have you come across all these publications?
Actually, Mr. Moderator, I quite see that a lot of our people, might be lured into believing that Biafra restoration can be achieved through political means or by joining Nigerian politics. But we are here to let our people know that we have been informed, we have been educated, we've been schooled in the school of Nnamdi Kanu that today we can never be fooled anymore. Actually, there has been moves by some power-hungry and power-intoxicated Biafrans who wish to benefit from the Nigerian politics, and they feel that they can achieve that by climbing on the back of Biafra restoration project. We have tried it before and it didn't work. The reason being that Nigeria is a country that is ruled or that is governed with a constitution. And such constitution make it mandatory that you must be loyal to the sovereign state of Nigeria. So, and anyone that goes to the floor of the House of Nigerian Parliament to move a motion to either go out of that sovereignty amounts to contradiction in the Nigerian constitution. So the people that are telling us that they are going to go to Nigerian Parliament and there establish Biafra restoration is only looking for a way of garnering our votes to put him to go into the either Nigerian House of Representatives or Nigerian House of Senate to share in the looting of Nigerian treasury. So we cannot be fooled. It has happened before, like I said before. The ABGA was a political party that Dean Chukwemeka Odumegwu was, lured into, bringing up so that at the end of the day there will be a motion at the House for the restoration of Biafra. But all the people that got political position in Nigerian politics through APGA never mentioned anything about Biafra at the Nigerian National House of Assembly. So it is no longer, a thing that we will be deceived with, that Biafra will be restored through political means, because we are now very much aware. So the people that are forming political parties today are telling us that this is Biafra party, this is Biafra, this and that we want to, let us support this party, and then by the time we have our senators, have our representatives, they're going to move a motion for Biafra. When you are going to swear an oath of allegiance to the Biafra, to the Nigerian sovereignty, then you go there and move a motion that is going to give you Biafra. We cannot be deceived again. So that is a very, very, very false move, and we are wiser than before, so nobody can deceive us anymore, and Biafrans cannot be deceived anymore. There is no way Biafra restoration can be achieved at the platform of Nigerian politics. Biafra restoration is going to be achieved by this particular struggle that we are embarking on under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu in the IPOB. Then we call for our referendum, and then by the time we vote, then the world will know that we want to be on our own and not on Nigerian politics. I rest my case here. Come again.
Thank you very much, Mazi Ikechukwu. You have made it so clear to our audience that they should know that Biafra restoration movement is never and will never be in any way or form for political ambition in Nigeria. Because as you pointed out, Nigeria, you mentioned the constitution which is really fraudulent, a fraudulent constitution for that matter, which was foisted on Nigeria by one single individual. And today, people are capitalizing on that to tell the Biafrans to stop their agitation in order to achieve Biafra through the ballot box. Without in Nigeria, without even considering the fact that the Nigerian party system is all about godfatherism, and there are no elections in Nigeria. What they do is selection. So no matter what you try to do as a Biafran in Nigeria through the political platform that is created in Nigeria under a fraudulent constitution, you will not achieve anything. Thank you so much, Mazi. Mazi Amade Basiloba, how do you assess this issue that some people suddenly woke up after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has already built a momentum for the restoration of Biafra? People came out and say they want to restore Biafra through the ballot box in Nigeria. How do you assess that situation?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Yes, Biafra agitation is not for any political ambition in Nigeria. This is our belief. This is our faith. As a Biafran, it's my faith And it's also my belief that I am not going back to Nigerian politics. So in my study as a person, I understand that man is political in nature. And on that, I believe that a Nigerian or a Biafran has the right to his or her own political aspirations or ambition.
Yes.
But they do not have the right to rope the indigenous people of Biafra into Nigerian politics. Because when we are talking about Biafra, we are talking about to remove ourselves from Nigerian politics, their bogus politics, the bogus politics they play in Nigeria, to restore hope, to restore dignity, to restore freedom, and to restore hope for our future generation. And by achieving that is total independence of Biafra. Is total independence of Biafra. In Nigeria, the people of Biafra are not agitating for any political party or any political ambition in Nigeria. Moderator, are you getting me?
Yes, I'm not yes.
Yes. Now, you yourself, you can see that the people of Biafra have sacrificed a lot for their freedom. Those sacrifices are above any political ambition in Nigeria. Remember, during the war of 1967 to 70 between Biafra and Nigeria, millions of Biafrans were killed. And currently, the dictatorship government of Muhammadu Buhari has killed a lot of Biafrans as well. And these people they killed are innocent civilians of Biafra. And some of them, when they are dying, they will say, I am happy that I am dying because of Biafra. They will say, I am happy that I am dying because of my freedom. And when I die, bury me with the Biafran flag, so shall my soul rest. Moderator, you can see that those sacrifices are above a political party in Nigeria. And it has a spiritual connection to the life of the Biafrans. Therefore, on no condition the people of Biafra will go back to Nigerian politics, because for agitating for Biafra, that is to say that we have rejected Nigerian bogus politics, the politics they play in Nigeria. As my colleagues already said, many have tried. Abga tried, they could not succeed. Nnamdi Azikiwe tried, he could not succeed. Many other Biafrans have tried to bring Biafra to Nigeria or to keep Nigeria one. It has never worked.
And also, do you remember that when His Excellency Dim Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu returned from exile, do you remember that he participated in Nigerian politics?
That is what I'm telling you.
Was there any gain or benefit?
There was no gain.
Or advantage?
There was no gain. That is why Nnamdi Kanu stands for the total freedom of the people of Biafra, to restore the dignity of the people of Biafra. And that is total independence of Biafran state. So the people of Biafra, in case anybody comes to you that Biafra can be gotten through Nigerian politics, vote me in, vote me out, then Biafra will come. We are here to tell you, as a Biafran, I am here to tell you that Biafra is not for any political ambition in Nigeria. We are making a great move the indigenous people of Biafra and the Biafrans at large, under the leadership of Nnamdi, we are making a great move to restore our land, and very soon Nigeria will understand that Nigeria has already expired. Are you getting me? So the people of Biafra should not allow anybody to confuse them or to deceive them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazi Oba. Our viewers at home, you can see for yourself and understand that Nigerian politics is saturated with fraud. Nigerian politics is saturated with disorderliness and lies.
Deception.
Nigerian politics is saturated with deception and lies. So, advise yourself. If anyone comes close to you and talking about using Biafra as a platform in a political party in Nigeria, is fraud. Whoever that you see coming to you to tell you that, know that the person is fraud, and you must avoid the person, because the indigenous people of Biafra are whiter than white and whiter than snow, like our leader Martin Nnamdi Kanu, because we, the indigenous people of Biafra, we are ideologically consistent, and because of that, no amount of cajoling, no amount of lies from these political jobbers that will derail the Biafra restoration project. Now we are going on a short break. When we come back, we are going to tell you more about this issue. Stay with us.
Biafra freedom, freedom is what we need now. Freedom, freedom is what we want now. Biafra freedom, freedom is what we need now. Freedom, freedom is what we want now. Calling the United Nations to set my people free. Calling the League of the Nations to
Welcome back to the truth of the matter. The topic we have been treating is Biafra restoration is not for political ambition in Nigeria. An eminent Biafra has been discussing on this issue before we went on a break. We told our people that those coming to them talking about using a political party under the fraudulent institution to achieve Biafra is false. We have told our audience that we have tried it before in Nigeria through the political parties, and we discovered that what happens in Nigeria is not political activities, rather it is a selection whereby the Godfathers picks those who they feel will represent their interest. So, going about politicking in Nigeria through the political parties is a mere camouflage. Now, I come to you, Mazi Ikechukwu Nworisa. I want you to advise those criminal politicians that are trying to rope in the genuine, revered, and sacred agitation for the restoration of the sovereignty of the indigenous people of Biafra. What advice do you tell
Yes,
them?
I have a very good advice for the politicians and deceptors, the saboteurs, because these people are saboteurs. I really regret to call them that name, but that's what they are. They are saboteurs. Why do I say so? The agitation for the sovereign state of Biafra, for the restoration of Biafra, is an ongoing agitation right now, and the entire world has been galvanized and has been informed that Biafrans want to get away from the contraption called Nigeria. And we are doing this under the platform of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, heavily led by Nnamdi Kanu, who is now a prisoner of conscience in the Nigerian prison by the Nigerian government. Now, we are talking about extricating ourselves from the contraption called Nigeria, removing the nation of Biafra, which was forcefully amalgamated into Nigeria, with people of different ideology and people of different religion and culture.
Without the consent of
without the approval of these people in question. So, and these Biafrans now that are planning to scuttle this arrangement by proposal that Biafra restoration can be achieved in Nigerian House of Parliament or Nigerian National House of Assembly. They are only but deceivers and saboteurs. And I want to advise them to desist from such activity, because the indigenous people of Biafra has been well schooled. The people, the Biafrans who are championing this restoration project has been well schooled that we know what gives us, what will give us. It's just like the group that formerly called themselves, that are called the Bilie Human Rights Initiative, who said that they are going to go to the Nigerian court for them to get a ruling for Nigeria to declare that Biafra has a right to agitate for their freedom. And up to today, their case has not been heard in Nigerian court. It's just mere deception. They are deceiving themselves and trying to get some monetary gain from the Nigerian political class or from the Nigerian government. Because Nigerian government know very well that such move will not give us Biafra. So they will be happy that these people are making such useless moves by going to the court to get a ruling for Nigeria to declare Biafra a sovereign nation or right to secede from Biafra, from Nigeria. It can never happen. So the same thing applies to trying to go to Nigerian political system with a Biafran party, hoping that when you go there, you move a motion to remove Biafra from Nigeria. It doesn't work. It can never work. So we know better now. So let them join the Biafra struggle, since they really already know that Biafra restoration is imminent, and it is necessary, and it is a rightful agitation. They acknowledge that. They are no longer saying we don't need Biafra. They say we need Biafra, but they want to go about it through political means. And now we know it is not going to work. So the only way that it could work is through IPOB led by Nnamdi Kanu, which have marshaled out the master plan of how to restore Biafra. We are supported through the United Nations Charter on the rights of the indigenous people. It is a matter of time the United Nations will give us a referendum, or we declare a referendum for Biafra to be, for Biafrans to vote in a referendum to decide if they are going to be a sovereign, they can go out from Nigeria or not. So these politicians that are now planning to go into Nigerian politics so that they will have the quota as a senator, they will give him a quota. They will be coming back with their Ghana must go bags of money. We know their plans. We are no longer deceived. So our advice is for them to just dismantle all the whole political arrangement they have put in place, because we are not going to give them a support. And then join the indigenous people of Biafra as indigenous people of Biafra to the nearest family closest to them. That is the platform laid on the ground by the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you are for Biafra restoration, join the nearest Biafra family closest to you, support the movement, support the agitation. It is through this means that we are going to restore Biafra. and not through the political or ballot boxes in Nigeria. Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
Yeah, thank you so much. Really advise our people to be careful of these loafers. These are criminals who they are like vultures that stays and watch others will kill an animal, then they will come and fetch and eat on it. Because these people, they have been there for ages watching the subjugation, the suffering, the killing, the slavery that our people have been going through. And then now that the chips are down, that the great leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and mobilized our people, educated them, and they point them to the directional focus of where our mind should have been for decades. And now they have arrived to come and take advantage after some of them had called us miscreants and jobless people. But now they have seen that the people behind this great movement are ideologically consistent, and that is why the name Biafra is reverberating all over the world today, and they want to take advantage of that. So, having said that, I come to you, Mazi Basil Oba. All these things happening, there is no electricity in our land. There is no internet in our land. Our people are suffering. There is recession. Our people, most of them, do not have the resources to get access to the media. That is to say, they don't have the information that is needed. And all these criminals coming with their political party issue who have access to go to these our people direct with some inducements, financial inducement. So what advice will you give to our people who do not know about these things going on? Mazi Oba.
When we say that our people are suffering, this is part of it. They don't have access to information, to get information outside the country. And this is a big problem to our generation. And right now, the people of Biafra, we who are agitating for our freedom, we are making everything possible to saturate the Biafra media, Radio Biafra, all over Biafra land, so that our people can have access to media and get information outside Nigeria and inside Nigeria. My advice to Biafrans is to go to their zones, because there are so many zones in Biafra land. Why we are creating those zones in Biafra land is to make sure that our people get access to information. So they will go to meetings and participate in those meetings and be able to get information on what is happening. And also, I am using this platform to advise our people to listen to Radio Biafra. Any city where you are, any area where you are, make sure you listen to Radio Biafra in the night, in the morning, and the afternoon, so that you have access to information. Those politicians who think that they can get Biafra or try to deceive Biafrans, the agitation for Biafra is not for any political ambition in Nigeria. In the past, the people of Biafra have tried a lot to ensure that we make Nigeria better, to ensure that Nigeria will be okay, but no way, because we are not the same people. Also, recently, or some years ago, some people of Biafra have tried to get Biafra through political means in Nigeria, but it didn't work. Nigeria caged everything, so you have no hope for anything coming from the platform of Nigeria, or anything coming from any party under Nigerian sovereignty. Therefore, the people of Biafra remain resolute. Follow the blueprint of Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu, your leader, has a blueprint on how Biafra will be restored. And as a Biafran who has respect, who loves Nnamdi Kanu, who like what we are doing, should follow how he directs us on what to do to restore Biafra. Not anybody from Nigerian politics to come now and direct you, to come now to turn around. So all Biafrans will follow the master plan for Biafra restoration, and that is, we must continue to respect the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator.
Thank you, Mazi Oba, for the good advice I have given to our people, of which our people, they should know that some of these people coming with these political parties are the same people that were involved in the formation of ABGA. And today, how many of them are in ABGA? So many of them that paraded themselves as Igbo leaders are now trooping into APC, the Islamic Party.
And Mr. Moderator, the fact is, like you mentioned before, they were calling us miscreants before. But now we have become a force to reckon with.
Yes.
That means IPOB is going in the right direction. They now believe that through IPOB they can get political position in Nigeria. But I want our people to know that it is through our collective efforts that the IPOB is being recognized today, even by the political class that were describing us as miscreants before. They now believe that with our collective effort that they can get a position in Nigerian politics.
We don't even have oil wells.
We don't have anything.
We don't have anybody sponsoring us. So.
Exactly. We now want you to know that these people are deceivers. They have come to scuttle everything that Nnamdi Kanu has put together. Biafra is very much at hand. No political party, whether it is on Biafra platform or whatever, in Nigerian politics can give us Biafra.
Of course.
That is the input I want to
Thank you, well taken. Your input is very, very correct, because we have tried in the past. I could remember after the independence, coalition government whereby Nnamdi Azikiwe was the president and the prime minister was Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. Abubakar Tafawa Balewa was not even the leader of Northern People's Congress at that time, but he became the executive prime minister, whereas Nnamdi Azikiwe played the second fiddle as a ceremonial president. So when you look at it, you see that the Biafran people, we really have nothing to do with Nigerian politics. Our focus is Biafra restoration. Our focus is our freedom. We want to control our destiny. We want to control our life and live with dignity. Thank you for having the time today with us. We advise you to keep a date with us. Thank you.
Freedom is what we need. Freedom, freedom is what we want now. Freedom, freedom is what we need. They say hunger is the weapon of war. Much atrocity and committed against my people, and still we are struggling, fighting for survivor. Oh gosh, can't you hear my cry? The bison, they have their freedom. The fishes in the rivers, they have their freedom. All nations in the world, they have gained their freedom.